Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thank you so much for joining me here. We're going to take a quick look at KuCoin, and before we do, we usually look at Bitcoin, but I can tell you it's kind of trending right around 42,500. It's tested 43,000 today and got rejected pretty hard. So ultimately not in bad shape, but there's a little bit more, I guess less fear, uncertainty, and doubt in the market with the higher highs and higher lows in the short term. So, Bitcoin is as good as it can get for the moment. Just know that tomorrow we have that, Fed meeting, so to speak, for the CPI data, and it could essentially go the other direction. So we're all prepared for that as a community. Just want to make sure that you are aware that that could likely send the price down further if Bitcoin were to lose its support at 40,500. That is a potential. I don't hope that happens. Ultimately, I think we are in pretty good shape all in all. And inflation is inevitable. We should all see it coming. Shouldn't be that big of a deal. But again, it's best to be prepared. All right, now just before we jump into Crow, I want you to know, if you're new to the channel, I love teaching people how to trade, and this is my day job. So I'm ultimately here for you to try to make sure that you become a better, more effective trader. So I hope you learned a thing or two here today. Of course, if you do, comment below, or maybe consider joining my community where I have a large group of folks where we all learn and grow together, and it's just a really amazing experience. I send out signals for every single trade that I take, and I also, of course, am rolling out with a trading academy at the end of this month to effectively help you get a leg up, where I just pretty much have over 3 or 4 hours worth of content just strictly designed to help you become a better trader. Really cool stuff, and that's available for members only. Now, looking here at KuCoin, something to note, we're well below and well above moving averages, right? So there's a really null and void for the moment. Just know when the 50-day comes down into play, that could essentially work as a resistance, but we're not even close to that. Don't even need to worry about it. We are still considered to be bearish divergence here, with the price being well below 50. So Crow is different than other coins. It's extremely synonymous with Bitcoin, and you can see that based on the fact that it's decreased ever since December 25th, right? And this is essentially the same exact progression that Bitcoin has. It came down, of course, since November, and essentially we had this little bounce with higher highs and higher lows from Bitcoin. And then, of course, the bottom dropped out again, and so did Crow. So we just got to understand that KuCoin is still very much synonymous with Bitcoin. This most recent decrease is we're getting near the end, I feel. It's just that Bitcoin has to officially find its bottom. We should be there, and here's a little silver lining too, because there is definitely a Bitcoin entity adjusted dormancy flow that's occurring right now, where the price is so low that it's causing a reversal for the most part. In other words, it's considered to be an extremely good buy zone anytime the price comes into this range. So bear in mind, we're not necessarily at the bottom yet. We could very well see 37,500 as the next available support for Bitcoin, but until then, that I guess that sentiment, so to speak, is relieving a lot of fear, uncertainty, and doubt right now, causing a surge in altcoins right now. Most coins that are decent, they're up 5, 10, 20% today, right? KuCoin's no exception. It's definitely a decent coin. It's just still hasn't broken free from Bitcoin. We need to acknowledge that. So to be a professional for Crow right now, I would recommend being a Bitcoin professional too, and understanding what that does. I'm going to look at Bitcoin next here as well, a separate video altogether with a deeper dive, but just know that KuCoin is essentially doing what it's supposed to do right now, which is the same thing that Bitcoin's doing, okay? Just on its own way. Now, that being said, we bounced off of 43 cents. That is essentially the lowest point in which the price has gone here recently. The previous support level was, bear in mind, 48 cents. So that was the previous low. But when Bitcoin had a major, a 16% sell-off in 2 trading days, Crow lost that support. So just know that 48 cents should effectively be the new resistance. But good news here is that we can see that we are kind of breaking through, or trying to break through, this resistance wedge pattern. In other words, we have this descending wedge pattern forming. Traditionally speaking, it breaks to the downside, but at this point in time, it looks like it broke above and came below. And that is essentially what I was referring to there, where Bitcoin hit 43,000, KuCoin hit 46.5 and came right back down. Okay, so that's that bearish divergence, that continuation of the downside that's occurring because of that. I mean, now the price can only go so low. I do feel that 43 cents is the bottom. Again, pending Bitcoin doesn't do anything stupid tomorrow. How many times have I said Bitcoin shouldn't do something stupid, and it does though, right? We need to be aware of the fact that the Fed meeting tomorrow could influence things. That CPI data could effectively take the price and go down below 40,500, which is a key level support for Bitcoin, and closer to 37.5. If that were to happen, 43 cents shouldn't matter. We might see a candle wick down and back up there, but just note that if you're going to dollar cost average and leave some money aside, do not put your entire bag into this coin or any other coin for that matter. You should always, as a good trader, any intermediate or advanced level trader will know that you need to set money aside and never use everything you have, right? at least if you're trading, right? If you're investing, doesn't matter. Invest everything you want into different coins and diversify. But if you are truly trading, right, you're going to be taking positions, selling them, etc. You want to have money set aside for potential dips that are going to occur, and we're still not out of the woods yet, so try not to think that, okay? Just try and drive that home. I'd love to say we're going to go to the moon tomorrow, but I just like to be realistic in the fact that that probably shouldn't and won't happen. Anyone else tells you otherwise, they're full of crap, okay? I don't know how else to describe it, but you shouldn't be listening or watching them if that is the case. Regardless, not to say I'm right all the time. I've been wrong. Trust me, it happens all the time. You can never be right all the time. But I can tell you that the data here doesn't look great, and neither does it look great for Bitcoin. Yes, we're bullish on the short term, where the micro looks decent for Bitcoin, but that rejection level around 43,000 is causing a significant problem. Till we can close above on the one-day candlestick there, we're not going to be in good shape. Same thing with Crow here too. Until we can close above 48 cents, I do not feel confident and comfortable with Crow. And we can see that reflected on the RSI as well. It's coming up to try to test that resistance, but it can't quite pass that just yet. We've been stuck under this range for some time now, roughly about 4 trading days, and ultimately we need to get over 48, I feel, to have any confidence from KuCoin. Okay, so just being real with you, I think that's a major hurdle for us for the moment. Now, take a look at the 1 hour. Let's go ahead and see here if TD sequential tells us anything. Not much at all, just periods of consolidation. We're hitting 5s and 6s frequently. Ishimoku Cloud should have broke above. Yes, we are, but it's not a very confident break. You can see how close that conversion line is to the baseline. When those are really tight, there's not a good spread, then you're going to have potential retracement. So yes, we're above the cloud. Yes, the conversion line, or sorry, the lagging span is free and clear of any price action, but this is a tight margin. Okay, unless we can get some serious confidence from Bitcoin, then we won't see any confidence from KuCoin, right? Again, very synonymous right now, so just be mindful of that. So that being said, KuCoin is not in dire straits by any means. We're getting close to that point in which I think we're going to see a reversal. Anything under 50 cents is a good value. Feel free to dollar cost average a small portion of your portfolio. Just do not put everything in at once, okay? Yes, the price could continue to increase over time, and we could see that this be the absolute bottom. Until that bottom is in, which you never truly know, right? Then I recommend saving and setting some money aside. Okay. Wait for tomorrow's news, see what happens. Price starts surging, cool. Go ahead and get back in. But until then, we need to be safe because we're still on the razor's edge with Bitcoin, right around 42,000. And I still don't feel super confident until we break 43 or even 45 from Bitcoin, okay? We're still considered to be bearish on Bitcoin. Bear that in mind. No pun intended. All right, so that is where we're at here for Crow. If you like what you learned today, go ahead and comment below. Let me know. Feel free to message me through Telegram. That's my primary method of communication at CryptoCache Tech. And obviously, consider becoming a community member if you'd like to learn more, get a leg up in the industry, and become a better trader. Again, Trading Academy rolling out month in. We're transitioning to a website platform with a robust web membership section, so to speak. And between now and then, we always have live chat. I'm communicating with my members daily, and we all can work and grow together. So I look forward to getting to know you better. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Thanks again for your time. We'll see you soon.